Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Live. How is everyone doing? Happy spring, happy March Madness. If you're into the whole bracket busting thing, I don't know if your brackets are still alive or not. I do not have a bracket this year, but I'm glad you are all here. So let's kick things off like we always do. Raise up those cups. Cheers, everyone. Bill Irwin, how are you doing? Ron Brooks, good evening. Tim and Old Saws, how are you doing? It's we've made it to spring. Spring is here, and hopefully it starts feeling like it pretty soon. I don't know about where you're at, but this weather has been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, isn't that right, Timon? Timon and Tony Woods, how you doing? Richard, good evening. And Richie's Outdoors, how are you doing, my friend? Robert Crane, I was not breakdancing. Just warming up, getting things, ready to go. Got to run the keyboard down here. I got all kinds of stuff I've got going on, so I got to loosen up the wrists, get things, make sure I don't pull a tendon in my thumb, because I got to hit. That's my command key finger. Yadkin Valley Outdoors, good evening. Bud Cantor, Daniel Atkins, and Old Guy Firewood, how are you doing? Man, we got all kinds of... Rick's Outdoors is here. Again, happy Friday. Hope everyone had a great week. It's Today didn't feel like a Friday. I don't know why. But I've been up early all day. Lots of stuff going on. Lake Ontario Firewood. What's going on up there? Gringo Pines. Going the opposite direction. What's going on down there in Mexico? We have been making some decent progress digging in the backyard. So there's a pretty good sized hole that we have dug out. And we still got a ways to go, but we're making pretty good progress. So that's been the big thing. Little Boss Man has been on spring break all week. So no school all week, and he's been busy. Frickin' Jeep. John, how are you doing? Hello, Gary in Eastern Iowa. Ron, I would like to be out. I was hoping to be outside maybe tonight, but it's the weather is, well, for everything to run optimally, I guess my laptop, it says it needs to be at least 50 degrees in the air temperature. So if it's below 50, it's not good to run my laptop outside. So that's why I gotta wait for the temps to get up. Thank you very much, Ed. Appreciate that. Larry Cluck, good evening. Ralph Carnegie, I am doing great. I hope you're doing well. You were in the hospital, so I hope everything's going good. Don Slate, nope. We are doing it manually using the Coyote. I used the tractor to kind of break out the rough shape a little bit, and then we've been using just a couple shovels. One shovelful at a time. That is how that pond is going to be built. But we've got a pretty good start on it. And it's not too bad because it's like all sand. So it's pretty easy digging. Nothing too, if it was like hard packed clay or something like down on the farm, yeah, then I'd probably be, I might have that excavator here rented. But so far, so good. Plus, the other thing is, it's kind of nice to be able to kind of shape things as far as like the shelves. They're going to be like, down in the water. So it's kind of nice to like carve it out as we're digging it out instead of just, I don't know. It's working out. It's just been a lot of work. My my shoulders, my neck, my back is feeling it. We have not struck oil or found gold, John. Not yet. Clayton. Yes. If you can find a tree service company and you can find out when and where they are doing a job and you take your dump trailer over there, I am sure they will gladly fill it. If I had a dump trailer, I probably would do that. I just right now I don't have one and I don't really need one because Rick brings it over here, but that is a good plan, and that's something that if you offer to do that, I think you'll have some pretty good luck finding someone that will just fill it up. I mean, you might want to tell them to put somewhat decent stuff in there. I don't know. It depends on the tree service company, but you don't want to, because the thing you gotta remember is like anything that, so like with Rick, anything that he doesn't have to chip, he can it saves him from wear and tear on his chipper. So that's one way to not only help getting rid of the wood from a job, but just not having to chip everything. Troy, I am far from both. I'm far from young, and my energy has been, these longer days have been really taking it out of me. Plus, I had to be up early this morning for work. So it's been, like I said, it's been a long day. William Klein, how are you doing? Yadkin Valley Outdoors, I'm digging it. I'm digging the saw blade and the crossed axe and chainsaw there. I can't really see it too good, but it looks like a skull or something in the middle there. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Larry Terrell, how are you doing? We have found a few things in our digging. We found a little glass, broken glass. We found a big, I don't even know what it is. It kind of looks like a axle or something from a tractor. I don't know. And then just like some big nails, some bolts, couple strings of wire. So just all kinds of random stuff. Tony Woods, how many cords of firewood splits do you have after that job in the backyard? You mean taking or pulling those trees out? Or when I get the trees cut down. I don't know. I am not a very good estimator as far as trying to figure out how many cords there are. Like if I see a pile of logs, I have no idea. Oh, and we got a coin in the cup, and we are going to bring out the ladies. But let me just make sure that I've got this. I don't have this volume too high. Our good friend Marlon, looking forward to seeing you in May at the International Firewood Expo. I am doing the same. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yeah, the Expo is a little over a month away. Gonna be a good time Friday and Saturday down in Ohio. Well, some days I hardly ever act my age, but there are many days that I feel my age. So that's what I mean by that. I guess maybe I'm not that old, but man, some days, whew, in the morning, yeah, I'm feeling it. Ron, are you planning to put up a new shelter? You mean over the boiler or in the wood yard? Either one of those, I am still going over ideas. There's just certain things that I need to figure out with my little shed over there. And by doing this backyard pond rebuild, I've kind of been noticing that I think what I need to do is actually have someone come in, like an expert, not a hobbyist, with like a skid steer or something to kind of level off and kind of grade my whole half of the backyard. And then in doing that, I think I might be able to get over one of the obstacles that's a variable when it comes to my shed. But there'll be more of that coming. I got some things in the works I just don't want to bring up and mention because I don't want to jinx them. So, but yeah, there's no new shelters in the wood yard. Well, there's something that I'm going to be putting up, but it's not anything big. Dirt Road Landing, how are you doing? Bill Irwin, I have not seen anything from Larry and Robin, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how Larry is doing. Hopefully all is well down there. Where is the best place to fly into for the expo? Old Guy Firewood. The closest is probably Cleveland. That would probably be the closest. Yeah. Pittsburgh is probably the next. But Cleveland's the only problem with Cleveland is you got to take this bus over to the car rental place, and then it's like always a nightmare. It's long lines, but Cleveland would probably be your best bet. Daniel Atkins, I don't even know why you're just trying to, you know, you don't. I know on your mind if you're typing this trying to convince yourself of that, but we all know that's not the case. Just by typing it out doesn't change how you really feel. It's okay. You can admit. Okay, I thought I saw a question back here. Or maybe not. Oh, somebody backyard dad. Where are you at? Whereabouts along the way to Ohio are you at? Craig's Cords to Coles. No, this is an old one. It's let's see. This is one I had from a while back. Any Jared? How is everything going on this Friday night for you? Any repeat customers from the show yet? Not yet. And the furthest has been probably, well, LA. I've shipped quite a few boxes actually to LA. The West Coast. The whole West Coast. Washington, Oregon, California. I've shipped, so that'd probably be the furthest from me. And I only ship in the continental US. So Goobs. Goobs, you got it right. He definitely is. And then he's just he thought that he could type that out and convince himself. Don Slate, he has used it a few times, but I have it mounted over a table so that I can put like this basket underneath it to catch all the splits when it splits it. And so with the table, he can't always like reach it the best, but he's used it a few times. If you get a 500i, you'll run it till it dies. Well, that you might be running it a long time. Ken, yeah. The funny thing was, it was a week after those wildfires broke out, and I had 2 orders to LA, and so I looked on the map, and they were pretty close to wherever those fires were, and so that's why I was like, oh, they must not want to have a regular fire in their backyard, so they are having a little tabletop fire. And so, but yeah, it was right like the week after those fires got going. Tony Woods, that new splitting tool you mounted on the wall, can you make it hold more pieces? Not really, because it's at an angle. So like, if when the blade comes down, if it's hitting a piece right here, the piece below it would need to be longer to catch the blade. And I wouldn't want to try to split one while holding the other or holding 2 more. I like to get my fingers out of the way. Rick's Outdoors. No. Not yet. It's just been me and the project manager, the boss man. The boss man. He did inform me that he would prefer to drop the little because he said he's not little anymore. So me and the boss man have been doing all the digging. Bill Irwin Come on now. uh, oh, I just saw a question from the middle class renaissance. Who here has been cutting firewood the longest? Who? I've been at it 30 years as a side hustle. That's a good question. I don't know. Let's see. Old guy firewood, 56 years. 55 years. Frickin' Jeep. 55 years. What are you talking about? Did you start when you were 40? That ain't Oh. 50 years of firewood. The mystery gardener is here. Good evening. Hey, Mr. James Baton. Yes, boss man it is. I'm waiting for frickin' Jeep to come at me with something here. Oh, Rogala is here. Rogala, how are you doing? Special white coat for little boss man for quality control. That would be pretty good. But he would get that pretty dirty. Ronald Kirk started my own firewood business because of the channel. We now have a tree division in my landscape business. Nice. Do you do more of your tree work then, like in the off season of your landscape? So like you landscape spring, summer, and tree service fall, winter, and then firewood all year? Oh, John, I had to give you a little dig there. I know you like it though. We kid because we care. And the Alaska Woodyard is here. What the heck time is it up there? I always forget. I think is it 5 hours behind? Is that right? 5? I don't know. I'm not very good at going west, remembering the times. I know the east, going east, because for work, we have a couple people, or I work with one of the teams I work with. They have a guy in Ireland that I always have to keep track of what time it is in Ireland. But I always forget how it goes heading west. And then once you get past the coast, 5:20. Wait a minute. What? So you're only 3 hours? Is that right? I thought you were more than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Hawaii. Three hours only. Huh. For some reason, I thought it was a lot more than that. Well, all right then. I guess so. It's just at the end of your day. And here we got a coin coming down that just fell in the cup. Out come the ladies. Rick's Outdoors. Oh, John, don't let Dan slide. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, the nice thing with John is he can dish it out pretty good, but he can also take it. So that's what counts. Rick, thank you very much. Cheers. Uh-oh. Something going on. Outside, the dogs are barking. Oh. Alaska. What? All right. Now I'm really getting confused. One hour behind Hawaii. All right. I guess so it's only 5:30, almost 5:30 there. Happy hour. Friday night happy hour for you then. Friday afternoon live. What was there? There was something else. God, I can't remember now. Usually I make some notes if there's something that I wanted to remind you of, and now I can't remember what the heck it is. See, I am getting old. I am getting old. Three green acres. How you doing? Around the yard. Good evening. Any fun vacations for spring break? No. Spring break was spent in the backyard. In the backyard, digging in the dirt. Although it was sand, so it was kind of like being at the beach a little bit. Tony Woods, the roadside stand is restocked with, I got 8 bags out there, and 2 bins are full at the moment. Whoa. There goes the damn balloons. I gotta remember. These things are... So yeah, 2 bins are full, but the other one that's empty, I am not going to fill it up right now. I'm just going to let it sit. Just because sometimes I think it looks good to have an empty slot. If it's sitting full for too long, then it might look like nobody's buying anything. I used to do that. And every time somebody would buy a bin, I'd go out there and I'd refill it right away. But now I think it's kind of good to, if you got 3 bins, 1 sells, just let it sit for a day or 2. Arnie Carlson, how you doing? Where are you putting all the sand you're digging out? So, we started out by taking a bunch of it and filling in where the old stream was. So the big hole that we had before, I had to fill that back up, because that is no longer going to be like going over top of any water. So like the whole walkway is going to be on ground level. And then everything that we are digging out now, we are putting up in an area where we're going to have the start of a waterfall and then a stream. So we got to build up a little berm to put this rock formation and a waterfall coming out of that. And then it's going to run down this stream and then end up with a smaller waterfall going into the pond. So I got to build some elevation to be able to get the stream to run from, down to the pond. So all of the stuff we're digging out is being used to like build the foundation of the rest of the little water feature. Ron, what was the sawdust? Oh, that was from the honey locust. I think somebody guessed it. Yeah, that was the honey locust sawdust. Paul, how you doing? Ronald Clerk, I have never split mesquite. I don't even think we have that around here. Daniel Atkins, are you planning on doing a video review? Take your first video and be your own critic. Oh, I can do that right now. My first video was terrible. It was. I had no idea what I was really doing. And I think I don't even remember. I should maybe do that though. Because I remember first starting out, I was not gonna do a lot of talking. I was just gonna do the splitting, the action. But then you know how it is. I couldn't keep my mouth shut very long, so that whole plan went right out the window. Speaking of, all right, we are at the bottom of the hour. So not much has changed. Oh, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. If you need to refill, yeah, and what has changed? Nothing. Oh, I gotta break open a new bottle here. Tim Stout, how you doing? I'm gonna probably fall behind now. The Yorkwoods. For the folks with 20 plus years cutting, what was your what was that? What was your first saw? Oh, and then to add to that, what was your first saw and do you still have it? There, that is another little twist. I still have every saw that I ever bought. There's only 3 of them. Well, unless you count the little hand saws. Unless you count that, I only have 3. The McCullough. The ice balls are cold. I'm getting caught back up. Ronald Kirk, can I come see your setup and bring you some mesquite wood? Well, yeah. Well, my my summer schedule is pretty crazy, so it would just send me an email, and we'll see if we can maybe work something out. Maybe if you, I don't know who's planning to be up this way in Wisconsin for the Midwest Firewood Frenzy coming in June, which will be here before you know it. let's see. What's look at this guy. This guy just won 500 Woodhound points right there. The 180, the 290, and the 500i. Oh my gosh. You almost did that right when I was taking a sip. Here, come over here and.
Oh, Dad, we got 90s.
I know. And here he is, Boss Man. Right? Oh gosh. There, that's what Craig wins. This is the prize for guessing all the saws that I've owned. All right. Ron, have a good night. Hope you feel better. Rest up this weekend. All right. We have a coin in the cup from the Alaska Woodyard. Thank you very much. Cheers. Oh!
Why don't you bring this outside?
Why do we? No, I got a different one. This one stays in the office. For when I have to measure something.
How much is in here?
All right, watch out now. Don't spill this. All right, I gotta get caught up here.
All right, bye.
You're leaving already?
Yeah. Oh.
Miller, Stumps, and Firewood's gonna be at the frenzy. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, we gotta wait with that.
Well, I want to show them everything.
Well, no, because then they'll think we're gonna be doing what we're gonna be doing.
It's not happening yet, but it's coming. It's really gold on the screen.
Troy French, the Firewood Frenzy is in Eau Claire, Wisconsin at the Wolf Ridge Manufacturing Facility. And I believe it is June 20 something. Hang on. Bye. All right. We'll see you later. June. Is it 20? No, that's July. June 21st, maybe? It's the week after the fellowship. So it'll be, I think that's June 21st. I don't know. Check out Wolf Ridge website. But it's Saturday. So yeah, Miller, Stumps, and Firewood's going to be here. It's going to be a good time. The three, what are they? Oh, the three saws. They were the 180, the 290, and the 500i. But like I said, I do have a couple of those little battery hand saws, like the little 6-inch blade. But I didn't buy those. Some local sourced rum. Oh my. It's not going to be in an unsealed mason jar, is it? That sounds good. I just gotta watch out. Sometimes you woodhounds out there with your home brews and moonshine and all that stuff, it's a little too strong. A little too strong for me. Oh, yes, the small wood. Oh, that is it. Actually, the small wood saws. Yes. Yes, indeed. The mini chainsaws. Hey, welcome, Adirondack Woodsman. The hobbyist level. Good to see you join. Thank you very much. Now you have access to all. I don't even know how many different emojis there are. Yeah, Wild Bill Irwin can make rum. Oh, I don't know. I would definitely be using the dropper if I were to mix. If I were to mix that, Bill, I would definitely need to use the dropper. Yeah. Speedy got his first saw when he was 4. Holy crap! The Firewood fella, how are you doing? 041, Yadkin Valley. The Steel 041. Yeah. Darren, cheers from Northeast Ontario. Well, happy Friday. I will have some stuff, I think. I actually got a message today. This is kind of funny. I got a message this morning from someone who was at what would it have been? 4 years ago now? For the very first Firewood Frenzy. With where I had those orange tumblers made, and I got a message today from a girl that her boyfriend had one of those, came to the frenzy, got a tumbler, and then something happened to it this past week, and she was wondering if she could get a replacement. But unfortunately, those were like a limited edition run, and I do not have any. Jared, huh? You don't even want to know. I should actually, maybe I'll make a post. Maybe I'll make a community post and list out some of the stuff, or I'll make a list of everything from this past week, the emails. Like, it's all just, and I'm sure a lot of you with channels are probably like getting the same thing. It's like once spring hits, like it just starts flooding. Your inbox just gets flooded. Like, I've had like a set of frying pans, some like cattle wire fencing, a big deck umbrella, railings for like deck railings. What was another thing? Oh, this heat and massaging like belt that you put on for like I don't know. It's there's you'd be surprised at how many different companies are out there just trying to like get their stuff anywhere and everywhere on social media. It's kind of crazy. Mystery Gardener, have a good weekend. Enjoy your Saturday morning. Yeah, old guy Firewood. Isn't it just crazy? It's oh, it's like in this everything. I mean, I had blinds, shades. I'll have to go back and look. And like some of the stuff is like, oh, okay, this might be something kind of cool. But then it's like, do I want to make a video about that? That's what I always run into. I'm just like, like I still have one I gotta do that I haven't done yet. Man. Ralph Carnegie, have a good night. Glowing Firewood 50. I don't know how, like, so what I did actually is like I've set up 2 different email accounts so that I can like kind of track which platform the like that I'm getting the requests from. So like I get like in my one email, I know it's coming from TikTok. And then the other ones, usually everyone from Facebook is just a scam anyway, but then YouTube, they just like if you have on your about section of your channel, if you have your email in there, that's how they find you. So if you don't have your email address or a email address, like I don't have the email address I have in my about section is like not my main email. But if you don't have your email address in your about section of your channel, put it in there because they will find you. They will definitely find you, and then, like I said, it will just be random stuff. I mean, like headphones or like in-ear headphones, cell phones, solar lights, power stations, battery packs, solar panels. Oh, yes. The Nah Titty chainsaw. I have gotten. Oh, there's another one. I got so this one, I don't know if I could get it to work currently on my lawn, but like this robot lawnmower, like I was contemplating whether or not I should get that just to see how well it would like, go over my rough terrain and what it would do when it like ran into a big pile of dog crap. But yeah, these robot lawnmowers are a big thing now. God, it's just there's all kinds of stuff. Weed trimmers, regular battery powered lawnmowers. I don't know. But like I said, the trade off is then you have to create the content. So I don't know. Sometimes what I should do is create like one long video with all of them. Although that probably wouldn't, because sometimes you have to send them the video before you can put it up. So anytime that is part of the agreement, I just quit reading. Oh, yes. These these are the these are the 2 big ones, and I have turned down so many. Well, this was yes. So that was the one thing that really like that was the one that I could use to actually make some decent content. Jim Miller, have a good weekend. Old guy Firewood, you. Oh, the robot lawnmower. Although I've had 2 of them, I don't know which one it was. The second one that I got looked. God, what are with these balloons? Is it this thing? Or is it no? Yeah, oh, it is the peace sign. Gosh. There was 2 robotic lawnmowers. The second one that I got actually looked like it was pretty well built. I just don't know, if you don't have like a nice flat yard, I don't know. I don't think it would work very good. I think it would probably be and then like I said, and then you got to deal with the dog crap. Oh, what did Larry Cluck do? Oh, working with my can hook trying to move a log. Had all my weight behind it and the bark ripped off and I went head first over the log. Oh, well, I hope you're doing all right. How much rain outside with mom and the boys? I think we didn't get any rain here yet.
Time to say hi again.
Oh, all right. Come on over. Yep,
The chicken's
the chicken's
out.
out. What do you think? What do you think is a good price just for a sponsor for a video? Well, a lot of times they don't offer you. They just offer you the product. It's just a straight up. We'll send you this product. You try it. You get to keep it, and you do a video. What the heck?
Don't worry, the chicken's coming.
What are you doing?
Nothing. The chicken did something.
So yeah, it depends. There are ones that will. Generally, though, if they're paying you, they're going to have a lot more stipulations you got to follow, and that's when it just becomes too much of a headache.
Alright, I'm gonna go now.
Okay,
Might come back again.
like I don't want to have to read bullet points. I don't like that, and I don't want to have to like submit a video for review. Oh, you guys are getting rain over there? I don't think we're getting rain here. Jason Lee, how are you doing? Troy French, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Speedy Ford, have a good night. What time is it? I can't see I moved my monitor over and now I can't see it's 8:54. We still have a few more minutes before we do a little overtime. Oh, Ron, I got my hand stuck in my wood splitter. What? Ay, ay, ay. Well, that's not good. Hopefully, everything's okay. 9:54. Yeah, that's right. You guys on the East Coast. You guys, it's getting late for you. Staying up late on a Friday night. That's right, past your bedtime. I was thinking for the summer of possibly starting a little earlier, but I don't know. I gotta think about it. Maybe I will do a poll to see if we should start earlier in the summer. Start early, go longer, which I got a couple things in the works I might be doing anyway. So, oh my gosh, look at this. We got Mike Morin. Holy smokes. Thank you very much. Cheers. The big bomb in the cup. Do a poll. Old Guy Firewood wants this show to get going early. Yeah, maybe in the summer, maybe we'll do that. Maybe one for each time zone. Maybe what I could do is like start early and then kind of just leave the later part as just kind of like you know, kind of like what we did the one time where we just let the cameras roll on the fire pit, but I don't have to sit here and keep, talking and wasting your time. How long into the season do I run the boiler, Jason Lee? Usually through May is what I usually do. Sometimes, actually, I think 2 years ago, it was maybe the first week of June. It was still kind of cool out. So I generally estimate like mid to end of May is when I shut her down. So it just depends. I mean, if it's warm and the overnight temps aren't too low, because I don't like and I know this is gonna sound but I don't like waking up in the mornings to a cold house, coming up to the office, having it cold, and then waiting for the house to warm up during the day. So that's why I generally keep it burning through May. I mean it like even like right now, it's probably only 6 to 8 pieces per load up. So like 12 to 18 pieces for a day. So it doesn't take a lot of wood. It's just to keep it going. Hey, the Alaska Woodyard, it's dinner time. All right. Have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the coin down in the cup. Appreciate that. Robert, I have not yet. Well, I've come up with many ideas, actually. I've come up with more than one idea. And so right now, the big thing that I got to figure out is my elevation of the ground on the side of the shed facing the road and then facing the backyard. So there's a lot of things in the works or in that come into play. So I don't know. I might end up doing nothing. Who knows? How fast will it take to raise the temp in the house? Oh, it doesn't take too long. But I mean, if I didn't have my boiler going, then I would have to like turn on the natural gas furnace. And who wants to pay for natural gas when you can be running free heat? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. It don't make dollars and it don't make sense. So that's why I keep it running. And for the hot water. That's actually the biggest thing. The hot water. Heating the hot water is like one of the when we shut the boiler down, that's one of the biggest things you notice when you go to take a shower and the water just isn't as hot as it is when the boiler is running. Hey, Larry Cluck, good night. Yeah, well, thanks, Robert. It's yeah, there's a lot of projects right now that I've kind of been bumped up ahead of that one, but I got to figure out there's there's one thing I need to figure out with the shed, but I just can't say what that is yet because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't like doing the whole thing where like, oh, I got this coming, and then it doesn't happen. So there's just some things I need to figure out. That's right, free firewood making free heat. Old guy firewood. Have a good weekend. Yeah, there's a little there's still a little March Madness going on, I think. There'll be some games going here this evening. I forgot to even watch on Thursday afternoon yesterday. March Madness used to be a pretty big deal. Me and my buddies used to get together and it would be and this was back in the day when we had like set up like 4 different TVs. You know, like right now I can go on to YouTube TV and all 4 games are on the screen at once. And it's just like back when we used to get together, we'd have, and all the TVs were like different sizes. So, but yeah, we used to have a pretty good time. March Madness, the first weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was a good get together. Frickin' Jeep, I have not. But see, the thing that this is one of the things that we're still figuring out because before we had that walkway, like the boardwalk, going over most of the little stream. So, like everything, like the fish were pretty protected underneath that. But now with this pond being like kind of out in the open, we were just the boss man was telling me that he thinks we should build a little cave for the fish to like be able to go down in. The other thing is there's going to be a pretty deep like channel through the whole center of the pond. So the fish shouldn't be up too much in the shallow. And I think the only thing I'd have to worry about is birds. So I don't know. We'll see. But we don't have any like I think birds would be the biggest predator. Northwest PA Firewood, how you doing? Jason Lee, have a good night. Do you own all your equipment or rent or lease them? Yes. All of that. I own some. Some are on a demo agreement. And I don't rent any. So it's either like a sponsored demo period or I own them. Oh, did you hear that pop? Oh, my shoulders. Shoveling shovelfuls of dirt. I tell you, it wasn't bad when we started out, but now the deeper that we dig means that that's higher that you got to throw the dirt. So it would be kind of nice to kind of have that excavator. Gringo Pines. What is this cheese hawk? You mean chicken hawks? Maybe you had a autocorrect on your typing. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. Mr. Saw Surgeon, how the heck are you? Good evening. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Hope everything is going well for you down there. Jared, every Friday night, the tradition here is pizza. Every Friday we have pizza. So that is what's on the menu on Fridays. Build a cave in your pond and shoot a video noodling koi fish. That would be pretty good. Oh. Donald Slate, have a good night. What do we got here? Oh, we're 8 minutes into overtime. Jeremiah, outdoors in the 608. How you doing? Drop. Make. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Buck and Firewood, how are you doing? Woo. So yeah, we're gonna see. There's like I think there's 10 goldfish now, 10 bigger goldfish, and then we've got like I don't know how many small ones. So we'll see if we end up having a problem with predators or I know that the one thing that I didn't ever realize that robins were eating a lot of the tadpoles in the old stream. So we definitely have predators when it comes to the frogs and the tadpoles, but never with we've only had fish for 1 year, I guess. So I guess I don't really know if we have any predators. But hopefully it's not a problem. I mean, if it is, then that'll be something else that I get to go to YouTube and figure out. How to prevent your goldfish from getting eaten by predators. Let me just go back quick here. Make sure. I think, yeah. I'm all caught up. Jared's having pineapple on pizza? What? Oh, no. I do like pineapple on pizza. I know there's a lot of people that whole topic can turn into a pretty heated debate. But I like pineapple on pizza. There's a place we get pizza from every now and then, and they have like 3 different types of, like, the bacon is like there's little cubes, then there's like other bigger pieces, and then they have this barbecue sauce with the pizza, and then there's like the Canadian bacon, and oh my goodness. It is some good pizza. Oh yeah, the goldfish and the koi fish can be together. It's and they do eat the same food. Well, up until 2 weeks ago, there was one koi fish down in the basement in the tank with all the goldfish. But unfortunately, something happened and he bit the dust. And so upside down pizza. I don't think I've had that. Tony Woods, that's a coyote. A yote. Coyote. Yeah, James Baton, that place will probably stop putting Canadian bacon on their pizza. It's going to cost too much. If you want Canadian bacon, your pizza is now going to cost a little extra. Freaking Jeep. What did freaking Jeep say? Had a big hawk get a dub at the bird feeder today. Really? Holy smokes. Speaking of birds of prey, boss man, he actually found back kind of close to the woodyard. You know when I don't know the name of them. There's like a name for them. But when an owl takes a crap, they poop out a big wad of like hair, fur, and bones. And he found 3 of these little, well, they were probably about that big, wadded up little balls of bones and hair. So that was pretty cool. And the other thing that was cool about that is that now maybe the owls are getting more mice from the woodyard and getting them, cleaning them up. Well, there's a name other than a turd. There's like something that they're called. Like they're like owl. I don't know. I don't know what the name of it is, but yeah, he found 3 of them. What did they taste like? Oh, they spit them out. Oh, yes, owl pellets. All right. So I guess they don't come out that end. They come out, they spit them out. So they're kind of like a fur ball out of a cat. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool to dig through and like see all the little tiny bones. Kind of interesting. Anyway, with that, I think that's going to do it. Let's wrap this Friday Night Live up and get the weekend. The weekend is here. The weekend started. Owl barf. I remember dissecting those in middle school. Yeah, they're they're pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So with that, I think on that note we will end. We will end the live stream with the owl pellets or the owl puke. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Glad you could hang out with us woodhounds here on Friday night. Thank you to the moderators, the members, and the people putting the coins in the cup. Thank you very much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Everyone, have a great weekend. Enjoy this first weekend of spring, March Madness, all that stuff happening. Get out in the wood yard, get outside, and stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Good night, everyone. Cheers.